It's such a great joy being with you today. My name is Mark, also Igeha. And last time we had a word of wisdom, which is that the time should be attached to purpose, and every purpose should be attached to time. Today I have a word of wisdom, a wisdom by which we can live and fulfill our lives. And that wisdom is this, that life is in seasons. I'll repeat again, that life is in seasons. In other words, your life, my life, and life around us generally is divided into seasons. And the key then to living successfully and living, fulfilling our purpose and living a fulfilled life is to walk in season. So, Scripture says, Genesis chapter 8, verse 22, it says, "Why the earth remains, seed time and harvest time, cold and heat, winter and summer, day and night shall not cease." So when the Lord in his infinite mercy created the world, he divided everything into seasons. He divided times into seasons. So you have day, you have night, you have winter, you have summer, you have seed time, you have harvest time. So life is in seasons. So one of the greatest secrets, therefore, is if we can understand the seasons that we are in right now and the season that is coming next, and be able to use this season well as a stepping stone to the next one, then you will be successful through life consistently. So let's go to Joseph, one of my favorite, parts of history. Joseph was called by Pharaoh, who had a dream. In that dream, Pharaoh had seen 7, fat cows, and then after that, 7 lean and scrunchy looking cows. The same thing happened. The dream was repeated twice, and then he looked for a man to interpret it for him because he knew it was important. And finally, when he found the man, he found Joseph, and Joseph then gave him interpretation. And you find this in Genesis 41. And Joseph told him that the dream the Lord has given to you, O Pharaoh, is this, that the 7 years of fatness represents 7 years of abundance, 7 years of surplus. And then the 7 years that follow after that will be 7 years of boom. So therefore, people of God, that is the standard principle of life, spiritual principle, that bust will be followed by boom, and boom will be followed by bust. And therefore the key to all of this, therefore, is to understand the season that you are in and the one that is coming next, and to prepare for it. Now, I'll give you one more confirmation of this same principle in Isaiah 55 verse 6. Isaiah 55 verse 6. The Lord himself was speaking, and it says through his prophet, says, "Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him when he's near." I read again. "Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he's near." That means we are encouraged, we are invited to come closer to the Lord, to take advantage of God's goodness and grace when he is available with that grace. And the time comes when he's not available. It doesn't mean he walks far away. It just means that he also works in seasons. And therefore, people of God, it means that a time will come when we may want something, but God has moved on. So therefore, the key to understanding what God is doing and keen access into it is great. I like the story of the man in Scripture, called Zacchaeus. He heard that Jesus was coming his way, and he went to waylay Jesus. So therefore, he knew when Jesus was near and took advantage of it. So therefore, the key I'm living with you today is this: realize that every sector of life, is in seasons. So the question I will now leave with you also is, do you understand the season you are in right now? Do you understand what the next season is going to be? And how are you using today to prepare for tomorrow? The reason why Pharaoh and Joseph were so successful, because they understood that 7 years of famine. Therefore, they could use it very well to invest in it and build up a great store. Therefore, when the famine came, they were not embarrassed. Instead, they got richer and richer. Those who didn't understand the seasons, they enjoyed the surplus, they had a great time, and then suddenly they were hit by famine, and then they suffered great losses. But those who knew, they didn't suffer those losses. Instead, they enjoyed both seasons. So I encourage you today, I challenge you today, find out the season you are in and the one that is next to come, and use this season to prepare the next one. God bless you. If you're ever in Aberdeen, I look forward to having you worship with us at the City of God in Aberdeen in Scotland. God bless you and see you again soon.